And a job well done by the choir here at Blue Ridge High School. Homecoming night for the Yellow Jackets. They get set to take on the Safford Bulldogs in this one tonight. Safford brings in a 3-2 overall record. That includes a victory over the Sabino SaberCats earlier this season, a fellow South team for Safford in the 3A South. And listen, Sabino's the defending state champions. They have not been off to the best start this year. That loss to Safford was big for the Bulldogs. But in the game, the starting quarterback for Safford was injured, and so was the backup. So the first two in line playing the quarterback position for the Bulldogs are both down, so they're down to their third-string quarterback, and probably a kid that didn't even have any idea he'd play much quarterback at all this year anyway. As you get the coin toss there's Chet Copeland, our referee. And the coin toss won by the Yellow Jackets, who want the football first. They're going to get on the field and get that offense geared up and going tonight on homecoming night here at Paul Moro Stadium. Welcome into the broadcast. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota and some great partners that include Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Ace Hardware also brings you the Scoreboard show after the broadcast of our Game of the Week. Coming up tonight right here on Mix 98 KRFM. If you're watching our video and you'd like to listen to the Scoreboard show after the broadcast, we will end the video once our postgame is concluded, and once we award the Sports Zone's Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. But once that's done, if you'd like to listen to the Scoreboard show, you can do so by going online. If you don't have access to your FM radio and you're not somewhere in the White Mountains, you can go online to this website. It's called 985krfm.com, 985krfm.com, to listen to the live audio stream, the live radio broadcast. And that's where you can catch the Ace Hardware Scoreboard show after the conclusion of our post-game of the Game of the Week broadcast. So there's a lot going on. It's all part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show, and we invite you to partake of all that we have to offer there. And thank you to our great sponsoring partners. I mentioned Ace Hardware right there. Beeman Well Drilling as well. I want to say thank you to them. We'll thank others throughout our broadcast, but thank you to Beeman Well Drilling, Paul Wyatt, and the great people at Beeman Well Drilling for their partnership with us right here at the Sports Zone. A moment ago, I talked about the Player of the Game. It's a fantastic award that we give away, including a great T-shirt from White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They are the sponsoring partners of the Sports Zone Player of the Game. We're about ready to get underway. A pretty good crowd tonight for homecoming at Blue Ridge High School. Before the game, they honored previous championship teams from 50 years ago and 30 years ago and even 20 years ago, as this kick is fielded and brought straight back up the middle by the Yellow Jackets. It'll be at the 30 or just over the 30-yard line. And that's where this thing is going to get underway. Was that Hunter Krause bringing it straight back? I think it was. And the Yellow Jackets will set up, and not Hunter. Sorry, that's Samuel James. Sam James using his speed to get it going and get this Yellow Jackets offense on the field. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised that Blue Ridge opted to take the ball first tonight, because their head coach, Eric Halmerson, first-year head coach here at Blue Ridge. Coach Halmerson was a standout defensive player for the Yellow Jackets way back in the 90s, on that 94 championship team, as a matter of fact. But Coach Halmerson is the defensive coordinator. Alex Stebbins, new to the staff this year, is the offensive coordinator. And, you would think the head coach, defensive-minded, you would think that he is going to go ahead and get his defense out there first. And most people defer anyway to the second half. As you watch Carlo Harris, the leading rusher for this team, nearly 800 yards rushing already this season for Carlo. But the Safford defense is there to deny him on the first try, and Carlo ends up on his first carry of the game with a -1. And it brings up second down and 11. Luke Berlin, the junior quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, lines him up. Pistol set. Give it again. And straight up the middle it goes. A little hesitation before Carlo is able to get a bit of steam going, and eventually tackled by Nathaniel Rodriguez of Safford And for Harris, a 5-yard gain on the play, will make it now 3rd down and 6. So back-to-back Carlo Harris opportunities. And on this 3rd down play, we'll see what Alex Stebbins, offensive coordinator, dials up, wants to throw on the run, and that's caught. Samuel James into Safford territory near the 45-yard line. And a late flag comes out after contact out of bounds. So they're holding up before they end up marking this thing. The officials will have a little discussion. Personal foul. That's going to be I believe a late hit out of bounds.
We have unnecessary roughness against Safford.
Registered on Safford.
Along the 45. Now,
we're going to have to check for you here and see exactly where they end up spotting this thing and get you some yardage on the Samuel James catch. So it's a 25-yard pass play to James. And once again on the ground, the Yellow Jackets going to try to test the middle of the Safford defense, and there isn't a whole lot going on right there. Good job defensively by the Bulldogs. The guy that stepped up for the tackle was Colin Gunnett, or Gunnett.
Big shot from Safford with that tackle.
Guys, who carried that ball? Was that Carlo again? Harris, a no gain on the play. Carlo's first 3 runs from scrimmage, only good for a total of 4 yards. But he's had a good season. He's going to get it again. Nope. Quarterback pulls it, and Luke Berlin is going to take it to the 15-yard line. And that was a great read by Luke. He gains 15.
And Blue Ridge first down.
And Berlin, you'll see him finish strong right here at the end. He has really turned into a physical runner at the quarterback spot. He'll get better. Cole Goodman, the guy that made the stop there for the Bulldogs. We go under 10 minutes on the clock here. No score. The Yellow Jackets possessing the ball their first time today, and they've got the ball to the 10-yard line. And they want to try to see if they can get Carlo Harris a little room to run in the middle. And once again, Carlo just unable to find a seam to work with. You'll see this this defense for Safford is really stepping it up, at least when it comes to shutting down number 12 in the running game. 2nd down and 10 now. The ball at the 15-yard line. Berlin rolls out, and he'll let it fly, and that pass is caught near the sticks. Yep. Clean catch on that far side, and the guy that does haul in the pass for the Yellow Jackets, that is Brecken Sarche, the junior receiver. And eventually, Safford, who indicated that was not clean, maybe not in bounds. So the catch was made, but out of bounds, and it does go now incomplete.
Blue Ridge, 3rd and 10. Let's get loud. Give us energy. Let's go, boys.
The Yellow Jackets unable to get the play away clean, so 3rd down is going to look like this. 3rd down and 15 for the Jackets. They march back to the 20-yard line of Safford. No score yet here. 8:58 on the clock in the first quarter. Sports Zone bringing you the Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Tight formation now for the Yellow Jackets, and they work from the power I, fake it, throw toward the end zone. Wide open pass caught, Trenton Tricky. And on 3rd down and 15, the Yellow Jackets convert, and they convert big. That one in the end zone, a touchdown pass. Luke Berlin to Trenton Tricky. First catch of the game for Trenton. A 20-yard TD, and the Yellow Jackets open up the scoring in this one. So homecoming with a nice little start for Blue Ridge. They get the ball first. Set themselves back a couple of times on a couple of penalties, but at the end of the day, they get it going, and they're able to convert. The Yellow Jackets have a new kicker. I'll explain to you about their injured kicker here in just a little bit. I believe that Let's see who that kicker is. He's not on the roster. Must have been brought up from the soccer club. 8:53 on the clock. We'll grab a timeout, everybody. Back in a moment. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week. As you watch Trent and Tricky take it across, presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
So it's the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets that strike first here tonight on a homecoming night at Blue Ridge High School, and a beautiful night for homecoming. I mean, I don't have a jacket on. It's, 75 degrees, 72 degrees out here. It's beautiful at Paul Moro Stadium tonight. The kick goes out of bounds, by the way, from the Yellow Jackets. And that's a procedure penalty, and the ball will come out to the 35-yard line for Safford for their first possession of the evening. This is a team riddled with injury, especially at quarterback. They're going to try to run option left side. The quarterback takes the snap. That's Nathaniel Rodriguez. And he'll give it to his running back that can't find much room to run. That's Tegan Baldwin. Baldwin, a senior running back for the Safford Bulldogs. We bring you into the Sports Zone's Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. And a no gain on that play for Baldwin. Safford will line it up. Quarterback under center. He'll look left the whole way and deliver that direction. The pass is incomplete. Rodriguez, first attempt of the day, will fall to the turf here with 8:16 on the clock in the first quarter. Take another look on the replay. And the guy on the left of your screen there leads the team in tackles and in quarterback sacks. I'm talking about Noah Chi. Noah is highly ranked in the state in 3A football in tackles. I think Noah is number 2 in tackles. That number 16 right there. Busy body on the outside of that Yellow Jacket defense. Third down play coming up. And up the middle it goes. It looks like Bowman again with the carry. Well, let's see. Maybe that was Jarrett Hirado carried the ball. Take another look. It was Hirado. So he gets his first chance of the day, and for Hirado, able to pick up the 4 yards on that play, but a potential 3 and out coming up here for the Safford Bulldogs. High snap brought down, no pressure coming. Try to set up a return, and a fair catch is indicated by Trent and Tricky. He'll haul that one in. And it's the Yellow Jackets defense that comes up with the stop. First possession for Blue Ridge after the opening kick resulted in a 7-play, 70-yard drive. 3 minutes and 7 seconds. That's how much time that one took. They get it back now. So the Yellow Jackets go back to work. Their own 26-yard line, hand it off. And first down yardage, and still fighting with the big pack of Bulldogs all over him. And what a run by Carlo Harris. Boy, that's a highlight for the ages. And Carlo takes it out to the 45-yard line. Had no business that many yards. Wouldn't go down on their first contact. Now you got 4 or 5 Bulldogs there, and Carlo with little help from his teammates. Got some, but it was really very little. Somehow he turned that into a 13, make it an 18-yard gain, and a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Harris again, and he'll get wrapped up by the defensive end coming from the backside of the play, so it wasn't a big gain. And for the Bulldogs, they'll want to pat the back of their teammate. And that's Xavier Owens. And a 3-yard gain on that last play. But boy, how about the effort by Carlo Harris? We'll talk about that play for a while. And the tone-setting nature of it as he carries again. And he gains 9 yards. Hey, how about this start for Carlo? Carlo was slowed down quite a bit on the first series. It's almost like he said, hey, listen, you're not doing that to me again. So on this possession, he has gains of 18 and then 3 and now 9 yards on that last carry. And that one takes it into Bulldog territory. First down for the Jackets. Give it to him again, and this time he'll lose 2 yards. He is met right there, stonewalled in the backfield by Colin Gannett. So you can't win them all. And that time it became kind of obvious what the Yellow Jackets were going to do. Just keep steady feeding a diet of Carlo Harris into the line right there. But the 2-yard loss now brings up second down and 12. 5:46 on the clock here in the first quarter. Berlin fake it, throw it, deliver. Pass is caught. And Noah Chi on the receiving end of this one. Noah is going to take it 15 yards for the first down. Noah hasn't figured into the passing attack much this season for the Yellow Jackets, but he was the man on the spot there. And the completion is good to Noah. The first down is picked up by the Yellow Jackets again. And hey, they're rolling on homecoming. 5:23 on the clock, first quarter. 7-0 Blue Ridge in front. The Jackets at the Safford 30-yard line. The Bulldogs decide it's an apt time to grab a timeout here in the first quarter. Well, let's talk about these two teams a bit. The Jackets come into this one with a perfect record. Untarnished. The Yellow Jackets 5-0 on the campaign. They began the year with a 46-0 win over Monument Valley. Followed that up on August 30th with a trip to St. John's that saw the Yellow Jackets come away 28-8 winners. In that one, is that Coach Williams in the middle right there? Having a hard time with the hat there. I see Eric Cox, and I think that's one of the Cox brothers. And if I'm not mistaken, in the middle was Coach Williams. I recognize that guy in the middle. Hey, there's Scotty on the left there with the camel hat. Hey, Scotty, the bus driver. And, of course, Scooter Sprott right there. Kind of a homecoming, not just regular homecoming, but they celebrated some previous championships. And, oh, by the way, there's a little jump by the defensive line, and so that'll be 5-yard mark-off against the Bulldogs. And the Yellow Jackets will have a first down and 5 at the 25-yard line. If I'm Alex Stebbins right here, I'm going to dial up another throw to the end zone. We'll see what he does. No, he wants to run it. Stebbins, not just the offensive coordinator, he also coaches the offensive line, which he did for several seasons, several years at Ottawa University in Surprise, Arizona. So he decides, let's go Carlo Harris right into the middle again. Carlo gains 6 yards on the play. .40 yards rushing so far in the game for Carlo Harris. And now first down for the Yellow Jackets, just inside the 20-yard line. Throw it left side. Pass is caught. Brecken Sarche. And Brecken had some trouble getting his feet right. Man, I tell you, he kind of twisted and turned himself up a little bit right there. That was very weird. It's like he couldn't get his traction just right. I don't know. Right here. Oh, man, I tell you, that's he's okay, but that's the kind of thing where, you sometimes you talk about getting a freak injury. He ends up with a 1-yard pass reception on the play. 4th receiver to catch a ball in the game so far for Luke, and a handoff left side on 2nd down and 9. This time it's Harris. And Harris will take it right to the 15-yard line. That's a gain on the play of 3 yards for Carlo. So Carlo will pick the 3 up right there. And a good job defensively for Safford. You know, they've had their strong moments defensively early in the game. That's Jace Jamison applying the brakes to the Carlo Harris rushing attempt. On the left, hash mark, rolling to the right side. Pressure from behind, but not going to get there. Pass is caught at the 4-yard line. Nicely delivered by Luke Berlin, 11 yards to Brecken Sarche. Sarche's second catch of the game. And Luke Berlin really struggled last time out against Morenci. His completion percentage way down below normal, but man, I tell you, he is on fire today. He is 6 out of 7 so far, and that completion takes it inside the 5-yard line. Harris right side. Carlo Harris is going to bust that plane. Harris takes it across for the Yellow Jackets. And Blue Ridge scores from 4 yards out. Touchdown, Carlo Harris. The Yellow Jackets get it done again. And Carlo's first touchdown of the game. Trenton Trickey scored on a 20-yard touchdown pass reception earlier on here in the first quarter to open up the scoring.
Extra point is good.
And the point after for the Yellow Jackets is successful. Blue Ridge. They got the start going against the Safford Bulldogs, the Yellow Jackets. Coming into the game with a 5-0 record, undefeated. You're going to hear some silence from time, not really silence, you hear the crowd a bit as I have to do a lot of paperwork here while we are going. And so I just ask that you bear with me. We ask that you bear with us, please. So Harris adds the second touchdown of the game, the Yellow Jackets. So far, perfect on their 2 possessions with the ball. Ball fielded, brought back by Safford. There's a missed tackle, and a Yellow Jacket falls down. Still on his feet with the return, and a big return into Yellow Jacket territory to the 25-yard line. Hunter Kraus saves a touchdown for the moment. Cole Yench, senior, brings it back, and what a return by Safford. Now a marker down, and there will be an illegal block call. That looks like a hold, maybe a block in the back, one or the other. And Safford with a bright spot here, a much-needed bright spot for them, and they're unable to take advantage of this great return. Yench down the sideline, and it was this touchdown-saving tackle by Hunter Kraus. And unfortunately for Safford, they're going to have to march it all the way back and try to do it with the offense. And a sideline warning right there indicated against the Yellow Jackets. Safford is pushed all the way back. Boy, that was a costly penalty. Look at this. The illegal block took place at the 16-yard line, so you go half the distance to the 8-yard line, and that is where the Bulldogs will have the football.
With that penalty, the Bulldogs are all the way back
and will
their own 9.
resume play at that point. Just a terrific return and a great look by our production team. And a little bit of a heartbroken situation for the Bulldogs. From their own 8-yard line, they'll get back to work. Rodriguez around the near side, trying to run the quarterback sweep. I mean, he had everybody trying to block out in front for him. But, you know, you can't run at Noah Chi like that. That's just not advisable. Noah is as good a defender as you get in the state, I think, at an outside linebacker spot. You got the combination of these guys. On the inside, you've got Carlo Harris, who was a first-team All-State Defensive Player in the 3A ranks last year as a sophomore. And then that number 5 right there on the inside with him, Hunter Kraus. And then you add on this outside here on the left. Well, now on the left side, it's Daniel Rodriguez. But on the other side, you've got the wide side, I guess you'd say. You got Noah Chi. What a terrific linebacking core. Nobody's very big in that group for the Yellow Jackets, but they are as good as you get out there. Certainly, I think, well, without question, the best linebacking crew in the 3A East. Now you get a half the distance mark off. That's back to the 2-yard line. And a throw out to the near side. Pass is caught. And a step out. It's a big chunk play, short of a first down. But a 14-yard pickup that was much needed.
Paul Goodman able to move the yardage for the Bulldogs. Still not a first down. And
pass play completed.
With that push out of bounds.
Safford looking at a 3rd down and the better part of 2 yards right there, and that toss is going to be on the ground. Scramble for it, and it's going to be scooped up. There's a first fumble of the game.
Looks like that's a fumble.
Hard to handle that one out on that far side there. The running back, Jarrett Hirado, you'll watch it again here. Just kind of handcuffed him. Probably should have had it, but the good news for the Bulldogs is they do get it back. Unfortunately now they're looking at 4th down and 7. The punt team will have to come on. It ends up being a 4-yard loss on the play. And this kick will check up at about the 49-yard line, then roll into Yellow Jacket territory. Down at 45, and it is Yellow Jacket football, everybody, with 1:01 remaining here in the first quarter. We welcome you in to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Blue Ridge goes right to work again, their 3rd possession of the game at their own 45-yard line. The first time they went on a 70-yard scoring drive, 7-play, 70-yard drive. The second time they got the ball, they went on a 73-yard drive. Took 10 plays. Carlo Harris finished up with the 4-yard touchdown run to add the points. And now Harris will get it here on the 3rd possession. And he is driven back and driven into the ground by those Safford defenders getting there to make the stop. Jason Jameson was there. Got help from a teammate whose number does not appear on the roster. That jersey number 62 helping to finish things off, and looked like Price Hash was also a part of that effort. It ends up being a 3-yard pickup for Carlo. Second and 7. Fake it to Carlo, and Luke Berlin will battle his way out to about the 40, 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of just 1. A gain of 1 yard on the play for Berlin. Ends up being the final play of the quarter as well. Time runs out in this first period. And the score here is Blue Ridge 14, Safford nothing. The Sports Zone's Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. We're back with the second quarter right after this.
Buy a Tundra, get a Tundra. Right now at Hatch Toyota in Sholo.
Man, I love my new Tundra. It's got the iForce Max hybrid engine with 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. I can tow pretty much anything.
I'm liking the adaptive variable suspension system that adjusts for the road conditions. so we're always comfortable.
And this interior, it's like a luxury SUV. Leather seats, panoramic roof, the works. But you know what else is legend? Look in the bed.
A Yeti Tundra 45? That cooler's a game changer for any trip. Practically indestructible. Double wall vacuum insulation keeps ice for days.
And it came with my Tundra.
So you got a Tundra with your Tundra.
Get your 2024 Toyota Tundra starting as low as $469 a month, and Hatch Toyota will give you a Yeti Tundra 45 free to help make your ultimate adventure. Buy a Tundra, get a Tundra at Hatch Toyota of Show Low in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at hatchtoyota.com.
Unapproved credit. Lease for $469 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Plus tax, title, license, $5.99 documentation, and 2 10-inch fees. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Well, thanks are not enough for our partnership with Hatch Toyota, but I'll say it anyway. Thank you to Hatch Toyota, the presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Part of the Friday Night Football Show, which is, of course, the home of the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. Find out next week what 2 new names will be added to the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. We'll have an announcement for you next week on the Friday Night Football Show. 5-yard penalty marked off against the Yellow Jackets. Second quarter getting underway now. Blue Ridge up 14-0. Welcome back in to Paul Moro Stadium. And wide open Samuel James catches it at the Safford 40-yard line. Great delivery from Berlin. And that's going to take it well into Safford territory. Let's count it all up for you. See where they spot him. It's going to be the 30. So how about 29 yards on the delivery to Samuel James. Now with that completion, it looks like 101 yards passing in the game on 6 out of 7 for Luke Berlin. Well done, and up the middle it goes. Give this time to Carlo Harris. Nope. Scratch it. That was not Carlo. Carrying the football this time and getting the nice sound gain out of it was Carter Mcgowan. Carter Mcgowan takes it right to the 15-yard line. So it's exactly 15 yards on the gain. And a first down registered by the Yellow Jackets. Carlo Harris. And Harris is going to be grabbed. Got him by the jersey, brought him back. That did not appear to be a horse collar. You got to grab the shoulder pads on that. But, you know, Harris isn't a big guy. He runs as hard as you can ask a guy to run, okay? But that's one of those moments. Watch this. Just grab the jersey and look how fast he goes back the wrong direction. Yeah, it's kind of convoluted right there on the look, but it can be a little scary. Look at this. Wheel route into the end zone. Pass caught. Breaking the Sarche for the Yellow Jackets. And that's a touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown pass. Delivered by Luke Berlin. Sarche's. For Sarche, that is his. Third catch of the game, this time a touchdown. He's got 26 yards receiving for the Yellow Jackets. And the point after is good. I'll tell you, the Yellow Jackets have not skipped a beat. Kicking the points after losing their kicker. Brax Clough was lost by the team. You see another look at that catch made for the touchdown with 10:59 on the clock here in the second quarter. Might as well grab a timeout, guys. We'll step aside for a moment. You'll see the kick here on your screen in just a moment. 21-0 Blue Ridge, the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Don Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Well, what a return by Safford. I think you saw it right there. Take another look at it from the 14-yard line. Terrific return. Bounce it out. So the Yellow Jackets twice have given up long returns. Something they're going to have to get figured out. Safford back to throw. Rodriguez down the seam. Double coverage. Trenton Tricky helps break it up. Sam James is there to help bracket the receiver. And it does go incomplete for the Bulldogs. The intended receiver was Cole Goodman. Blue Ridge taking on Safford. Homecoming for the Yellow Jackets on the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. It's good to have you all with us. And you see there the incomplete pass. So Rodriguez 0 for 2 on his pass attempts early on in the game. Well, I shouldn't say 0 for 2. He is 1 for 3. Pardon me. Rodriguez somehow staying alive, squirting through the initial line of defenders for the Yellow Jackets, all the way up for a 9-yard gain on the play. It was not Sarche, or rather Rodriguez. Pardon me on that. The guy that ends up with the football was Jarrett Hirado. And a gain of 8 yards. Great field position to start this whole thing. Now 3rd down, toss sweep, left side. Good job by Carlo Harris to get out and set the edge on that. Force the running back inside. It's Hirado again, and he'll get 2 yards. He's going to get right to the line to gain, and we'll see if the eyeball test that they're giving it. No, they're going to say short. Say that was a 1-yard pickup on the play for Hirado. So look at this, 4th down and 1. Ball just outside the 32-yard line of Blue Ridge. Safford, deepest penetration on offense so far, and we'll see if they can get it on 4th and about a half a yard. Quarterback sneak, and Rodriguez straight up the gut there. He's going to get the 2 yards. And pick up a 1st down, move the chains for the Bulldogs. So Safford will get some yardage out of that as you see the big scrum take place in the middle of that Yellow Jacket defense. Line of scrimmage now, the 30-yard line of Blue Ridge. Safford on the march. A rare 1st down. What has been rare for them so far in this first half of play. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is coming up at the break, but right now, 9 minutes or just under 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Under center, Rodriguez. Straight back, he backpedals into the pocket. Pressure coming. Rodriguez not able to get Rodriguez. And Rodriguez delivers on the run. It was Daniel Rodriguez chasing the quarterback. The quarterback, Nathaniel Rodriguez, who found a target up the field but was unable to complete the pass. Nathaniel Rodriguez there delivering sidearm, but unable to connect. He was looking for Cole Goodman again. And it's incomplete. Second down play coming up. The Bulldogs work from the Yellow Jacket 30-yard line. Pro set backfield. And Rodriguez, the quarterback, takes it himself. They'll run him on a sweep. Now they're going to throw it. And I think he threw it right off the back of the defender. I think Noah Chi got hit in the back. I'm not sure Noah ever saw that thing. So it goes incomplete again to bring up fourth down. Fourth down now coming up. Watch it closely again. Did this hit Noah right in the back number? Well, we can't tell from there. You see that the intended receiver was Goodman again. The officials show a third down on the far side, but my drive chart, which is not scientific by any means. Oh, that's Trenton Tricky over there. It didn't even hit the guy in the back. Trenton making a great play. Chasing and getting a hand in the passing lane. It's the down marker says third down and 10. I thought it was fourth down. Okay. And a swing pass that is incomplete. Looking for Gerardo coming out of the backfield to the right side. And the Yellow Jackets good in coverage and good with pressure on the quarterback as well. So, is it possible this is a fifth down? Because unless there was a penalty somewhere in there that I did not see, 3 consecutive incomplete passes that followed gains of 2 and previous to that 1 yard. You tell me how many downs they've used. Because I don't seem to know. Fourth down. Maybe you can go back and replay the video if you're watching it live. Fourth down. Safford at the Yellow Jacket 30-yard line. Here comes Daniel Rodriguez peeling off his outside coverage spot to line up to blitz the quarterback from the short side of the field. And Safford, I think, got a little confused when they saw the blitz look coming from the Yellow Jackets, and there's a flag down with 8:35 on the clock here in the second quarter. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, as always, comes up at the break. Quarterback under center, trips right formation. And that's the direction that Rodriguez is looking. He steps and he throws into coverage. Kind of hung that one up there. It was a jump ball looking for Goodman. And the nearest defender with a hand on it might have been Samuel James right there. So incomplete, and on downs, the ball goes back the other direction. And that was Mcgowan. Mcgowan playing back there and helping to break up the pass. So with 8 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in half number 1, the Yellow Jackets get the ball at the 35-yard line, their own 35, and it's Luke Berlin and his cast of offensive teammates who have been perfect, 3 for 3 possessions, turning them into scores. But for the moment, he is going down in the hands of one of those defenders, and I don't have a name to match number 62. Is it David Cruz, maybe? I really don't know. That might have been Robert Uribe, who was also nearby the play, and that ends up being a big loss. 8 yards, the loss on the quarterback sack. As they get to Berlin, and unfortunately for Luke, that is a -8 rushing yards. I hate to do it to you, Luke, but that's how that works. Second down and 18. Going to throw this one, loft it, and it's underthrown, but Trenton Tricky hauls that one in. Great job by Trenton. Showing you some terrific hands. How did he make this catch? Watch this one again. It's a 32-yard pickup on the play as he comes back to it. Well done by Trenton Tricky. Trenton had beat the defender, as you could see. As you watch this ball go in the middle again. Very physical tackle on Carlo Harris. For Carlo in this one, it goes to exactly the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5. 5 on the play for Carlo. Look at it again. The pass a moment ago. I mean, he beat the defender all day long. You throw that one out in front. And Trenton might still be running today at this moment. Somewhere off the grid. The fake and Luke Berlin. It's almost like these guys are having some footing issues out there, isn't it? I mean, Luke didn't have, there was no ability to cut on that. Adrian Casillas was right there to put the stop on Luke, and that's a 1-yard gain for Berlin.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
So the nose of the football right on the Safford 35-yard line with now 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. in the second quarter. 21-0 Blue Ridge in front and marching here on homecoming. Homecoming for the Yellow Jackets. And some pretty good noise, pretty good support from the Jacket fans here. You get a timeout. Timeout taken by Blue Ridge. So we'll grab a timeout as well, everybody. 6:20 on the clock in the second quarter and a 3-touchdown Yellow Jacket lead. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Get you back to the action, and immediately flags are flying everywhere. It'll be the Yellow Jackets out of that timeout. Getting pushed back 5 yards, illegal procedure. That's not what you want. You had all that time, you talked about it, you talked about your situation, your scenario. What to do on this 3rd down and 4, and the look is completely different on 3rd down and 9, isn't it? So after the penalty, the Yellow Jackets are at the 40-yard line of Safford. And Berlin rolls out, throws left, finds Noah Chi, and Noah finishes strong. Nothing but strong on that. And Noah's going to get 14 yards on the play, and that amounts to a 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. So Noah has now stepped in and caught a couple of Luke Berlin throws. He's just not a guy that you want to tackle very often, is he? I mean, he makes his living as a defensive player, an outside linebacker, and he is aggressive and physical tackling. That time Cole Goodman felt the sting of trying to tackle the guy. Here's a handoff and a big gain for Carlo Harris. And giving some props to his blocker out there leading out in front. We'll see where Carlo gets marked down.
1st and 12.
Looks like good enough for a 14-yard gain on the play.
1st and 10 on the 12.
And another 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. Boy, they have really tasked Carlo a lot in the first half, carrying the football. He might just have gone over 100 yards just now. Here he is again, Harris. And he is able to get across the 10-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, 3 yards the pickup for Carlo. Take a look again right here. Second down and 7. Straight ahead, 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Give it to Harris. Up the middle he goes. Carlo, nope, that's going to be Carter Mcgowan. You know, from the distance, that 13 can look like a 12, but you know what? It is Mcgowan who gets the carry. And Carter able to slice and dice that defense and make his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. I'll check it, but I believe I have got that as an 11-yard touchdown run. Here's the point after. The Yellow Jackets are perfect on kicking those points after. We don't have a name for you. It's actually a 9-yard touchdown run. You see it right there. And Carter Mcgowan gets into the scoring act today for the Yellow Jackets. This one coming at 5:06 on the clock here in the second quarter. And Blue Ridge in front 28-0. So to remind you, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at the break. On your screen there, you see those, what is for us, you might recognize the timeout graphic, those dashes below the team names. Those are not accurate. Just to let you know, these two teams don't have 3 timeouts each. They've each spent at least 1 timeout. Safford may have used 2 timeouts already in the first half, so those aren't accurate. I apologize if you think they are and if you're using those.
We have all you football players in the south end zone.
Here's the return for the Bulldogs. They've had a couple of nice returns. This one not as productive, but out to the 31-yard line, and Safford will take that right there. The Bulldogs will set the offense. You take a look at a couple of those guys across the front. Anthony Seitz, number 60. Doesn't look like he ought to be a stout defense or offensive lineman. He plays both sides, but he is so good up front. Also in that picture right there was the transfer this season here for the Yellow Jackets. He is a senior, and at 6 foot 250, you'll take a guy like that all day long. Dodger Hawkins, former Sholo Cougar, now part of this Yellow Jackets program. We have 4:58 on the clock here in the second quarter. And the Yellow Jackets are guilty of moving early. Encroachment on the defense, drawn off by the hard count. It'll bring up, after a 5-yard step off, it should be. And it is first down and 5. The ball at the 36-yard line. Safford, their own 36. Look there at Trent and Tricky. In the middle of that are those 2 linebackers, Hunter Krause and Carlo Harris. The Yellow Jackets are having a great year, and they're going to continue to have a great year if they can stay healthy. That's their thing, their situation. Got to stay healthy. The option, give it to the first guy. It's Hirado on the carry. Krause somewhere near the tackle. Came up with a football. In the end, it is not going to be a turnover. They blew the whistle, blew it dead. Hirado, the 2-yard carry on the play. 4.5 minutes left, second quarter. An extended halftime will be on the way, by the way. Because it's homecoming, and we'll find out who the homecoming king is. And all the rest of that royalty. Second down play, and up the middle comes pressure. Anthony Seitz, the quarterback sack. Nathaniel Rodriguez, that quarterback that does go down on the play. And a -7 or about thereabouts. 7 yards lost on the play. I think that's the second quarterback sack now registered by the Yellow Jacket defense. 3rd down and 9. See what Coach Park and his Safford coaching staff dial up. That's Bob Park, in his 3rd year as the head coach for Safford. Long throw downfield, and that one was almost hauled in. Pretty good effort down there. It might have been just off the hands, might have been in the hands of Jace Jamison. And that's just, kind of the deep vertical game for Safford is throw it up there and see if somebody can come down with it. Rodriguez. He lets her fly right there. And, it was just kind of a missed time on the step on the jump by Jamison. And it does go incomplete. So 4th down here. Time remaining in the first half for the Yellow Jackets. Great punt. Great punt, drives Tricky back to the 28-yard line, and then great coverage to trip him up and not allow a return in coverage. Hustling down was Jarrett Hirado. You see him there on the screen, and that was terrific. Everything about it. The Yellow Jackets were trying to set up for the return. It was a great punt. I guess I should have named that young man that punted the ball, but I just didn't see him. Didn't see the number in time. He let a great one fly. And great coverage, and the Yellow Jackets have to cover 71 yards in the final 3:20 if they want to add some points here. And another Yellow Jacket problem at the snap, another illegal procedure, false start. So back it goes. Mark this one back 5 yards. The line of scrimmage now, the 24-yard line for the Yellow Jackets, and they lost 2 seconds of the clock. Blue Ridge in front, 28-0. Berlin looking over the middle. He is in the arms of the defender and lets it go with all kinds of pressure on him. Dangerous pass thrown, but incomplete. Boy, I've got that as only the second incomplete pass in this first half for Berlin. Terrific first half for the young quarterback. But that one incomplete. Bring up second down and 15. You're looking again right here. Berlin will get pressure straight up the middle. He's kind of in the grasp right there, but not enough to blow that whistle and register another Safford sack. Not going to happen on that play. Second down and 15. There's movement. Yellow Jackets ought to get that 5 yards back, and they do. Somebody jumped across. So move that one up. Back to the original mark that started this possession for the Yellow Jackets, their 29-yard line. And it's second down and 10. It has taken us quite a while to run 7 seconds of time off the clock. Fake it. Berlin trying to set up the screen, throws back to Harris. Harris has to make one guy miss, but that guy slows him down, and Carlo stays on his feet after multiple assaults on his person. He ends up with a 4-yard pickup on the play. It's Carlo's first reception of the game. And Carlo's made it pretty interesting today, hasn't he? And he just fights to stay on his feet. That body, as slight as it really is, ends up taking a lot of abuse when he doesn't go down on first contact. 4 yards to pick up. Third down and 6 now for the Yellow Jackets. Got to get to the 39-yard line. And movement near side. Tricky thought. Trenton Tricky thought the snap count was something else. Trenton Tricky was out there. He was waiting for somebody to yell, "Omaha!" Nobody yelled, "Omaha!" Hey, in the second half, we want to give you a chance to win tickets to the Arizona Cardinals. This Sunday, they take on the Washington Commanders. Tricky running deep down the right side, not throwing that direction, but throwing short across the middle, looking for Mcgowan. Incomplete, and off the hands of the defender. Nearly an interception opportunity for Safford. Chase Jamison was there in coverage, staying right there with Mcgowan. Nope, take it back. It wasn't Jamison. He was near the play. It was actually Adrian Casillas. Casillas, the junior, was right there. The pass is incomplete. You saw it. Fourth down and 11. 2 men back for Safford. To field the punt from Trenton Tricky. Not going to happen. The Yellow Jackets grab a timeout. So how would you like to win some tickets to the Arizona Cardinals? We've got 4 tickets that you can win. They're really very good tickets. You're going to like them. And you can enjoy this coming Sunday's Arizona Cardinals date with the Washington Commanders. And in the second half, we're going to tell you how you can participate in the giveaway by participating in our live chats on our YouTube channel, okay? Although I'm looking and I'm seeing it. The stream appears to be active, but I don't see any chat activity. Is anybody there? Is anybody chatting? Can you give me a test? Give me a test chat, somebody. On our YouTube channel, here's a wobbly kick that goes out of bounds. And no return for the Bulldogs.
Will take over with a minute 41 left in the first half.
That's the first 3 and out for the Yellow Jackets offense today. Sets up Safford with 101 seconds till the very long halftime that we'll see on the way here at homecoming for the Yellow Jackets. Set up Safford at their own 49-yard line. So a short field right here. The Bulldogs, can they get their first points of the game? Get a little different mindset, a little different outlook going into halftime if they can do that. Some pressure coming up the middle. Hawkins flushes Rodriguez and then into the arms of his fellow defenders, and a interesting tackle. Forward progress gives 4 yards to Nathaniel Rodriguez.
Dr. Hawkins with a bring down for Morris.
So it was Hawkins that chased him out. Hawkins just kept following the play, kept pursuing, and he ended up making that play at the end of all of it. Second down and 6. Safford into Yellow Jacket territory now to the Blue Ridge 47-yard line with 1:01 remaining here in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way. Deliver it right side. The pass is caught, and first down yardage for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will gain 12 on the play. And it looks like Coleman gets it done. 12 yards and the first down. Well done, well conceived. Take it inside the 35-yard line. Safford at the 34. Sometime, half a minute remaining. Throw it out here to the near side, and a tackle inbounds. Carter Mcgowan did a nice job to come up on the receiver and make that play. The guy that caught it, Dane Jacobson. Brought it in, and you know what? He ended up losing a yard on the play. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs with 23.3 seconds remaining until halftime. Okay, no gain. Take it back to a no gain on the completed pass. Okay, I'm going to scratch all of that and call it 1 yard. I know it doesn't really matter. I don't know. 1 yard to gain on the pass play from Rodriguez to Jacobson. And you saw Carter Mcgowan make that tackle for the Yellow Jackets. Brings up second down and 9. The clock says 2.7 seconds. You see it on the scoreboard graphic right there if you're watching our live video stream. If not, if you're listening on radio, well then, now you know. 2.7 seconds. Safford will likely throw to the end zone, right? A field goal try from this spot, and then nobody is out there to try that, but it'd be about a 50-yard try. Safford doesn't have that guy. Rodriguez will roll out to the right. Pressure coming at him, and he is going to go down. Sack. Ball is loose. Picked up. Carlo Harris will take this one for a touchdown. The strip sack, the ball came out. Carlo Harris with the recovery and the long return. Wow, that is Carlo Harris, and was it Jared Cox coming with that pressure? Getting the ball out from the quarterback? I think it was Jared Cox who caused it. And Carlo Harris completes the deal right there. And that score comes with 12.7 seconds on the clock. If you're the Safford Bulldogs, you were just thinking, man, if we get into the end zone, we get it back to a 3-touchdown game. You know, we make this thing respectable. We feel good about ourselves going into the locker room, and maybe that second half we could turn it around. Here's this point after try for the Yellow Jackets. They have been perfect all night. They stay perfect after the Carlo Harris touchdown. Ball came out. Harris scooped up and took it in. Hey, do we have that game cam look, that camera one look on that replay? I want to look at some things. There's Jared Cox, the guy that got it out. We'll be able to see, I think, if we've got that look, we'll be able to see more of what took place. So you see Rodriguez. Here comes Cox from behind, and he just punches it out. One more time on that, please. I'm sorry. I got to see that one more time. I'm actually looking for distance right here. Harris picked it up, and he took it 65 yards is what he did. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm doing paperwork right here. Now a 35-0 Yellow Jacket lead. Here is the Blue Ridge kick. Short kick is taken. Not much of a return. And they'll say it'll be down at the 38-yard line for Safford. Well, there is still time for another disaster, but you watch again on the return by Carlo Harris. 65 yards. Able to keep his feet there on that attempt at a tackle. And Carlo has his second touchdown of the game.
Thank you for supporting the FBLA's trip to Columbus, Ohio in November. But you cannot do that until after you watch the
Well, will the Bulldogs take a knee? They have added some time. Put up about 3 seconds on the clock. 2.5 more seconds is what they did. 5.2 seconds remaining till halftime. Safford, unafraid, throw deep. There are two defenders out there, and you know what? That is going to be, I think that's going to be a catch. Hold on. You can hear the Safford fans out there. Cole Goodman on the reception or not? They say no. They say he's out of bounds. Goodman unable to register the reception. Samuel James is back there with the receiver. Let's have a look here and see what we can make out from this attempt. Here comes the battle between Goodman and James. Goodman has it. I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks close. We're going to look at that one more time, and we're going to slow it down right there at the end. We're going to watch that foot. And did he get 1 foot in? It's kind of hard to tell. If the camera was about another 10 feet higher, we'd have a much better look at it. So we're going to slow it down, extra slow right here. There goes right now the receiver's inbounds. He goes up, catches, clean catch. I don't know. What did you see there, big fella? Hard to tell, isn't it? Hard to tell. I don't know. We'll take another look at it here in a little while, a little bit. Very long halftime. A performance by the marching band for Blue Ridge on the way. There's going to be another performance. A dance team will have a performance at halftime. They will anoint royalty, crown the royalty here at halftime for Blue Ridge in a little bit. And we invite you to go take a break, everybody, because halftime will take some time. That's for sure. We'll get started with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report in a bit. Look at some statistics and break down that first half on a 35-0 Blue Ridge lead at halftime, everybody. Do stand by. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
Looking for a truck that's luxurious on the inside and built to conquer the toughest terrain? Check out the 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 at Hatch Toyota in Show Low. The Tacoma SR5 is more than just an off-road machine. Inside, you'll find a spacious, high-tech cabin with premium materials, a sleek touchscreen display, and advanced safety features to keep you comfortable and connected no matter where your adventure takes you. With legendary off-roading capabilities, the Tacoma SR5 is designed to tackle the most rugged trails with ease. And right now, you can drive one away for as little as $349 a month. Got a trade-in? Hatch Toyota is offering a guaranteed minimum of $2,500 for your trade-in, running or not. Imagine what they can offer you for a trade-in in great condition. Hatch Toyota, and online at hatchtoyota.com. Your Cash for Clunkers headquarters in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Unapproved Christmas tax and license and $5.99 documentation fees, plus 210 fees. Lease for 36 months with $2,599 due at signing. Must have a clean title. Cannot be combined with other offers.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Hey, Lifeline phone users, important news flash. If you don't use your phone regularly, it could get deactivated. Remember, use it, don't lose it. Call, text, or go online weekly to keep your free benefit active. Cellular One is here to keep you connected with our free Lifeline phone program, offering unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data. Stay connected with the largest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Visit your nearest Cellular One store or mycellularone.com for details.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Beam and Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam and Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam and Drilling.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
You know that excited feeling you get after you buy a car? You'll walk around it 5 or 6 times checking it out. You send selfies to your friends. You grab your family, friends, and coworkers the next day to see your new car purchase. Did you feel that happy when you were going in to buy it? Hatch Toyota's thinking is that you should be just as happy before you buy it as you are after. We start by not doing something. We do not have commissioned sales reps. At Hatch Toyota, we believe in non-commissioned product specialists. They're salaried, so they have no reason to pressure you to do anything. They understand that a great customer experience will lead you to telling your friends and your family about your experience. So when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Their task is to help you find the best vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Hatch Toyota Product Specialists, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Or shop online all the time at hatchtoyota.com.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with
2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Hey, it's halftime, everybody, at Blue Ridge High School, where it's homecoming as well, and you see royalty now marching out on the field for Blue Ridge, and you'll take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. Physical game. You always get a physical game when you take on the Safford Bulldogs. And you watch Samuel James haul one in and take a late hit out of bounds. That young man right there, Carlo Harris, has been the workhorse of this offense. Carried the ball 16 times in that first half, and he has been brutalized a little bit by that defense out there. We'll get his numbers all put together for you here in just a moment. Let me check it for you. How about
escorted by the homecoming lady, who is Zoe Wallen, escorted by Hawk Harris.
About 73 yards rushing in the game. How does that sound for you? 16 carries, 73 yards rushing for the leading ball carrier today for the Yellow Jackets. That's Carlo Harris. Getting the work done out there. The quarterback has had a pretty solid game. 10 of 13 in that first half for Luke Berlin. Yeah, pretty good work by Luke.
If Molly could mix any 2 animals together, she would mix a dog
and I'll have his totals for you here in a little bit, but I did want to make sure that you understood that the running game has figured in nicely to the Yellow Jackets' success in the first half. Take a look for you at the scoring recap. The Yellow Jackets coming out here today and grabbing themselves a 35-0 halftime homecoming lead. Blue Ridge got on the board on their very first possession of the game. Luke Berlin marched his team down the field. Took 3 minutes and 7 seconds to get the first score of the game. And 8:53 on the clock in the first quarter. After a 70-yard touchdown drive, the Yellow Jackets found their first score of the game on a Luke Berlin to Trenton Trickey 20-yard touchdown pass completion. The kick was good, and at 8:53 on the clock in the first quarter, Blue Ridge had a 7-0 lead. The Yellow Jackets turned away Safford on a 3-and-out, got the punt, got the ball back at their own 27-yard line, and went on a 10-play, 73-yard scoring drive. The final 4 yards was a Carlo Harris 4-yard touchdown run. The kick was good. And the Yellow Jackets' lead was now 14-0. That came with 2:57 on the clock in the first quarter. On to the second period. And the Yellow Jackets would score early on in the quarter at 10:59 on the clock in the second quarter. The Yellow Jackets completed a 5-play scoring drive that covered 55 yards of territory. Luke Berlin to Brecken Sarche, a 14-yard touchdown pass for the Yellow Jackets. The kick following that was good, and the Yellow Jackets had it 21-0 lead. Blue Ridge would score again on their following possession, so their first 4 possessions all produced touchdowns for the Yellow Jackets. 4 for 4. They didn't go 5 for 5. They would punt later, but on that fourth possession, it was an 8-play scoring drive, covering 65 yards, and Carter Mcgowan caught that defense napping in the middle as he went through, sliced right through the middle of that defense. And you're looking at the replay just there on the live shot. Well, the live broadcast, it was a replay of Carter Mcgowan going 9 yards for the touchdown. The kick was good, and Blue Ridge had a 28-0 lead. Well, Safford was trying to make something happen in the final minute of the half, and they ended up getting strip sacked. It was Jared Cox punching the ball out from Nathaniel Rodriguez, the quarterback's hands. And it kind of it looked like it just popped right into the hands of Carlo Harris, the inside linebacker for the Yellow Jackets. Harris scooped and scored. Went 65 yards with the fumble recovery for the touchdown. And that touchdown was registered. You're looking at the replay right now, aren't you? Those watching the live video. Harris breaking the tackle at the end. And 65 yards later, he had his second touchdown of the game, this time a defensive score. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. The kick was good after that touchdown, and that's the halftime lead right now, 35-0 Blue Ridge. Taking care of business at home on homecoming with the lead over the Safford Bulldogs. Well, several football players looks like are figuring into to royalty, to what's going on the field right now.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Like, seriously.
I'm looking down there trying to see if I recognize any of these kids. Well, I'm not sure, because I'm trying to see the numbers. We should have probably put a camera on those guys and shown some of that royalty one way or the other. We'll take you on to a quick little break here, everybody. When we return, we will look more at the statistics from that first half for you. So stand by, everybody. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report will continue in a moment. A big lead for Blue Ridge here on homecoming. And we'll break it down further for you right after this on the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
5, 3, 6, 5, 9, 7, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
2 trusted names have joined forces to help you save money and buy with confidence. It's a Carfax one-owner super sale at Hatch Toyota Pre-Owned Center in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Everyone knows one-owner cars, trucks, and SUVs are the best used vehicles money can buy. But how do you find them? Just say, "Show me the Carfax," and you'll be able to see the accidents and service records reported to Carfax, along with a price that's based on the vehicle history report, with all major manufacturers represented: Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, Ram, to name a few. All in stock and ready for immediate delivery. One-owner pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are thoroughly inspected and reconditioned to feel like new. Many still have their factory warranties in place. Take it from Carfax. Nobody sells a better used vehicle than Hatch Toyota Pre-Owned Center.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
For credit plus tax, license, and $5.99 documentation fees. Lease for 36 months for $3,599 US plus 210 fees.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Blue Ridge High School. Site of tonight's Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report continues on. And guess what? Halftime at Snowflake High School, where it's homecoming for the Lobos, and they are trailing the Gilbert Tigers at halftime. I believe that's a 3-point difference there. Snowflake victims of a blocked punt and a fumble as well, and that has spelled some trouble for the Lobos. Again, they are trailing right now by 3 to Gilbert, and we'll have an update for you as we continue on. You can also get the scores and highlights of that game and many more that mattered to you during the Ace Hardware Scoreboard show coming up after our post-game of this game broadcast. That'll be later on tonight, right here. Well, listen to it on radio on 98.5 KRFM. If you are watching the video but can't, maybe you're somewhere where you can't get the FM broadcast on 98.5 for the Scoreboard show and you would like to participate in that, well, why don't you just make sure that you write down this website or punch it up on your phone and you can listen to the broadcast of the Scoreboard show. That is 985KRFM.com, 985KRFM.com. As you continue to take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, let me give you the numbers, statistics of import from the first half. Carlo Harris was busy running the football, 16 carries, 73 yards in that first half for Carlo. Luke Berlin also carried the ball 4 times. He was sacked once in the middle of all of that, and that ends up hurting his yards rushing and his average as well. 4 carries for Luke in the first half. Luke ends up with a total of 9 yards rushing. You also got Carter Mcgowan involved in the action. Carter with 2 carries for 14 yards, and one of those was a 9-yard touchdown run. Luke Berlin throwing the football today. First half, 10 of 13, 165 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Berlin. Not really make too many mistakes. Had a great first half. In fact, he completed 9 of his first 10 pass attempts before again finishing 10 of 13 in the half. 165 yards passing for Berlin. Looking at his receivers out there, leading receiver was Trenton Trickey. 2 catches for 52 yards. One of those a 20-yard touchdown reception. And then there was the surprising Noah Chi with 2 catches for 29 yards in the first half. Didn't expect to see Noah figuring in as much. Also in that first half, Brecken Sarche, 3 catches for Brecken. 26 yards receiving for that young man. Samuel James, 1 catch for 25 yards. And then finally, Carlo Harris got 1 pass for 12 yards for the Yellow Jackets in that first half. Safford's offense struggled a whole lot against the Yellow Jackets. Their quarterback, Nathaniel Rodriguez, completed 3 out of 7 pass attempts for 27 yards. Cole Goodman caught 2 of those passes for 26 yards. And the other pass for Safford was caught by Dane Jacobson for a single yard. So they couldn't throw the ball that well, and they really couldn't run the ball all that well either. Their leading rusher was Jared Hirado. Now let's check Hirado's numbers for you from that first half. Carried the ball 5 times for 11 yards. Longest carry from scrimmage was 8 yards. The quarterback, Nathaniel Rodriguez, 4 carries for -3 yards. And the final tote of the game was Tegan Baldwin. Baldwin carried it 1 time and did not gain a yard on that 1 carry. The Yellow Jacket defense, it was pretty tough in that first half. Safford got a real sense of that. They just couldn't find a lot of success. Obviously, the scoreboard shows you a little bit of that. 35-0, the halftime lead for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. As we get set here for the second half in a moment. Look again at that final touchdown that came with 13 seconds. There's Carlo Hernandez, the strip sack. Fumble came out. It was Jared Cox causing the fumble. Carlo Harris taking it 65 yards for the score. And you can look at some more of those highlights from the first half there, getting the teams gathered up. We're about ready for the second half of this one, the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota, part of the Friday Night Football Show. We got to come up with a way for you to win some tickets to the Arizona Cardinals this coming Sunday, and we like to do that in the second half of this one. Let me check and see if the live chat on our YouTube channel is working anymore, and it is. It's working. All right, guys, here's how you can win. Hayden Jones, former All-State player for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets back in the day. Hayden Jones commenting on the live chat there, and he says, great work on the field. Great work by the on-field cameraman. That's what he says. He's talking about you, Derek Simmons, getting a little shout-out. Better live up to that in the second half, dude. Thank you all for checking in. Let's see, Window Rock looks like they were defeated by the Tempe Buffaloes, 64-0. Thank you to Noah Grayson for reporting on that. Somebody, Easton's Eden, says, Coach Peters is watching the game from Westfield, Indiana. His high school game was canceled tonight due to weather. You guys are getting weather over there. We're getting unbelievable, beautiful weather here in the White Mountains. So, Coach Peters, hey, man, you were one of my son's favorite coaches during his time at Blue Ridge. And we hope that things are going well. You and your family returning back to Indiana. I hope it's all fine and dandy. You see the second half kick for the Bulldogs. Didn't get a lot out of it. We do get the second half underway, everybody. So welcome back in, and the Bulldogs will have the ball at their own 22-yard line. I see some Round Valley coaches in the stands here. I see Coach Brad Baca, not too far from our broadcast location. Travis Trickey is also coaching in the system up there, and the father of Trenton Trickey. Great defender here who just made that tackle right there. Trenton Trickey coming up to make the stop. And the guy that, his dad was a legendary player at Round Valley back in the mid-2000s. Well, the pass is caught. That'll be the first catch of the day, and it ends up being 3-yard reception. There's a look at some of those Round Valley guys. They played last night, defeated the Show Low Cougars 41-15. Out here to scout a couple of these other teams. 2nd down and 7 after that last completion by Rodriguez. And he'll drop back to throw. Let it fly. And it's Breckensar Schaefer Blue Ridge closest to the play. And he did not haul that one in. It goes incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down. For the Bulldogs, 3rd down at 7, everybody. 10 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock in the 3rd quarter here at Blue Ridge High School. 35-0, Blue Ridge in front of the Safford Bulldogs. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. My name is Floyd Simmons on the play-by-play call. Our production team doing their usual great job as you get pressure up the middle on Rodriguez, able to escape that. Throws it incomplete, and his receiver came down very awkwardly on the sideline. Boy, that looks scary the way he came down. The knee was not in the best of positions as he came down awkwardly on it. See it again right here. You can't really see it on that angle where I was. Cole Goodman came down at, boy, I didn't like it a lot. So you got the training staff. Blue Ridge is out there looking. Safford has come over, and their medical people are going to take a look at Goodman. Look at it right here. This will give you a pretty good look at it. Right there at the end, you see a piece of it. Cringed a little bit when I saw him come down, and we'll hope that Cole Goodman is okay. Coach Parks is coming over now. Let's take a look. Coach Bob Park is the head coach of this Safford team. Coach Park, by the way, his 3rd year as the head coach. I believe it's the 3rd year that he has headed the program, but he has been in the program. He's been involved for 3+ decades. There's a lot of concern with the coaches and others that are surrounding Cole Goodman right now. Stops the action with 9 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock in the 3rd quarter here. Homecoming night at Blue Ridge High School. They're going to continue to stay with Cole on the Blue Ridge sideline right now. Everybody in. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a timeout. Step aside for just a moment. Return back to Paul Moro Stadium, and let's hope that he is okay. He's going to get him. They're going to get him on his feet, and that's a great sign. With some assistance, he will start to walk off the field. Grab a timeout, everybody. In the 3rd quarter, the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
It'll take a little while for Cole to make his way off the field. But the good news is that he is doing so without any assistance from anybody else. And while that doesn't mean he won't be, it's not necessarily a significant injury, it certainly gives you some hope that the kid is going to be okay. The Yellow Jackets are playing today and for the rest of the season without a dynamic player on their roster, the junior Brax Clough. Brax was injured the last time out against, is that him right there? Is that Brax right in front of me? Hey, Brax, how you doing, man? I love your attitude, Brax. Always have from the days when I coached you in Little League. You remain one of my favorite players that I ever coached. There's Brax Clough right there. And Brax, he was hurt early in the game, as you see a little to no return for the Yellow Jackets. But Brax was hurt early on in the game against Morenci, and it turns out that he broke his elbow in some weird way, and it requires surgery, and just all kinds of no good going on there. As they start the clock early, I don't know, not sure exactly why, but possession changed, and I think they're going to stop now, and Safford calling a timeout. Safford takes a timeout with 9:18 on the clock here in the third quarter. I'll get back to that story here in just a minute. Bulldogs spend an early second half timeout, down 35-0 to the Yellow Jackets. So that was somewhere around 9:45 on the clock at the change of possession. You are tuned in to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Blue Ridge battling Safford on this one tonight. When we do get back to the action, the Yellow Jackets will have first and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Following play-by-play, tonight, our post-game wrap-up, we will announce the Sports Zone's Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and we follow up the post-game with the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show, the show the coaches call the Scores and Highlights Show, coming up tonight, right here live from Blue Ridge High School. So we go on late on into the evening. We'll let this play for the Yellow Jackets come together, let them run a play. And then after that, I'll break it down for you on the injury to Brock's Clough. And here is a cutback on this carry by Carlo Harris. Harris takes it out across the 35. The 37 will be the line of scrimmage. So a 7-yard gain for Harris as he goes back to work. Harris now with 80 yards rushing on 17 carries of the football for the Yellow Jackets. That guy gets abused from night to night running the football for the Yellow Jackets, and he's going to get another 4-yard pickup here on this play, and that'll be enough for the first down. Move the chains. The Yellow Jackets get it out to the 41-yard line, and the clock will continue to wind here. The Yellow Jackets in front 35-0. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, Brax Clough, safety and receiver as well, and the place kicker for the Yellow Jackets through the first 5 games of the season. But he was injured in that 5th game against Morenci, and the elbow was hurt. It required surgery, and he is finished for the season. So the Yellow Jackets lose a player that, with a team that's not that, well, they're very thin. Let me put it that way. They don't have a ton of guys. They don't want to lose anybody, and they can't afford to lose many guys, and that's a guy that they would love to have back. 5-yard pickup on that first down run by Carter Mcgowan. He drew a lot of defenders in there, didn't he? Tractor beam, everybody getting in on the play. 2nd down and 5 now. The ball out across the 45-yard line, the 46 for the Yellow Jackets. Luke Berlin out there. Luke, in the first half, 10 of 13 for 165, and he'll give it again to Mcgowan. Mcgowan's got first down yardage. Gain of 6 yards for Carter. And the ball into Safford territory. So now Carter's going to get some opportunities with his team way out in front. We go under 7 minutes, just under 7 minutes, and the clock counting down here in the third quarter of this broadcast at Paul Moro Stadium. Lakeside, Arizona, everybody. And beautiful, beautiful out here tonight. Still wearing just a t-shirt. It's cooling off a little bit, but not cold. And this one over the outside shoulder of Trenton Trickey, incomplete downfield. Coverage provided by Cole Yench. And Trickey, who led the team in receiving in the first half, unable to haul that one in. Trenton in that first half, 2 catches for 52 yards. One of those a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. And you see that one incomplete. On the first, second half attempts. That handoff is going to end up going in the wrong direction. You see the tackler there, Jace Jamison. It was Mcgowan carrying, and Carter on the play lost 3 yards. 3 yards to the loss. Well, let's see. How do we give away tickets to the Cardinals? Are you paying attention? Are you on the YouTube chat? Are you ready to go? You got your keyboard all set up? Let's wait for Luke Berlin as he delivers to Noah Chi, and Noah will finish it running up the field. It's kind of a snarky little finish, wasn't it? Pass completed. Noah just finishes things strong, doesn't he? It's a 7-yard pass reception by Noah. The Yellow Jackets, well, they're not going to kick a field goal this distance, and they have decided not to punt either. So 4th down and 3, 4:50 remaining, 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Harris for the first down. He's got it, and he's going to fight. Make his way to the 25-yard line. That is a tough Carlo Harris. Classic Carlo Harris 15-yard gain for the first down. Just when you think maybe a 4-yard gain, maybe 5, just cannot drag him down. So tough, so slippery. 15 yards for Harris on that play. He'll get it again. And this time, let's mark this one as a 5-yard gain for Carlo. Well, coach has decided to give him a few more reps here as we close out the third quarter. I don't think you'll see him much beyond this possession carrying the football. But if you're wondering where he stands yardage-wise, he's got 104 yards rushing. And that one is going to be undercut by Yench, and that is an interception. That is the first mistake today by this Yellow Jacket offense. And the first turnover committed by the Yellow Jackets. Comes with 3:32 on the clock here in the third quarter. Cole Yench, the defender. So we'll see if Safford can do something with this bright spot, this highlight that they have been able to put together. And they go to work at their own 23-yard line. Nathaniel Rodriguez, the quarterback, he's gone the distance for this team, and he'll toss it. Missed tackle, the cutback into traffic, and a modest gain on the play. The guy carrying the football was Tegan Baldwin. We'll end up with 5 yards.
Waylon Peters and Anthony Sides making sure.
Baldwin loses his hat, so he's going to have to exit the field. He puts it back on, but maybe it didn't pop off during the play. They're going to hide him in the huddle there so he can get the helmet back on. Keep him on the field. If the helmet comes off, you gotta step off the field, don't you? Hey, Chuck Copeland with the fresh prescription on the eyeglasses there tells me before the game today that he's trying to give me the rules on the running clock and how that works. As you watch Rodriguez throw deep, wide open, pass is not caught. A huge disappointment. Cole Yench is all by himself, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a receiver, right? The worst thing is you get wide open. Watch it right here. And this is going to be a disappointing, sad replay for Cole to go back and look at. He just trying to time it out there, and who knows, did it float a little bit on him? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's third down. Rodriguez running for his life. He'll go down. Daniel Rodriguez for the Yellow Jackets records the sack. It's Nathaniel Rodriguez, the quarterback, that he is able to track down and bring down. Take another look at it. Well, Nathaniel tried to put a move on Daniel. Just didn't work out. 13-yard loss on the play. And all goes as negative yardage on the rushing total for Nathaniel. And the punt team comes out for Safford. Low line drive kick, bounces up, good bounce for Trenton Trickey, and a wonderful special teams play. A great tackle down there. And is that the second time we've seen great coverage by that young man, Jarrett Hirado? Ends up being a great punt. You know, a lot of times at the high school level we see in that situation where a team, they punt the ball, and I mean, tell you, the other guys, they get the ball at the 30 or 35-yard line, short field, but that was well covered. Basically 33 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Blue Ridge at their own 46-yard line. And Luke Berlin stays in the game. So does Carlo Harris. Carlo crosses midfield. He's down at the 49-yard line. That'll be 5 yards. 5 yards on the gain for Carlo. We'll be thinking in the fourth quarter about the Sports Zone Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. All right, stand by, everybody. Time runs out in the third quarter. Fourth quarter straight ahead, everybody. Stand by for it. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Hey, thank you, Furniture Gallery. Thank you to all of our great partners here at the Sports Zone. Our coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Blue Ridge and Safford tonight. Homecoming for the Yellow Jackets, and it's going pretty well. And tonight they also honored championship teams from back in 1994. That's 30 years ago. In 2004, that's 20 years ago. And 1974, 50 years ago, Blue Ridge won a championship. Might have been their first championship. 50 years ago, and they had representatives here that they honored. As we see a 5-yard penalty marked off against the Safford defense. They moved early. Should move the chains as well. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They get the ball into Safford territory. The ball at the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. Handoff, Harris. Still in the game starting this fourth quarter. Somebody's helmet goes popping off. And that young man is going to have to go and exit the game for a moment. So we'll see Colin Gannett's return in just a bit. Meanwhile, let's check the yardage. About a 2-yard gain on the play. 2 yards, the pickup right there for Carlo. No gain. Sorry, no gain. No gain on the play. Something that hasn't been said much about Carlo today. He's been doing a good job running the ball. Throw it this side. Trenton Trickey on the wide receiver screen. Trenton steps out and then gets hit hard, late out of bounds. There'll be a marker out against the Safford defenders right there. And check it all out for you. How about 12 yards? 12 yards on that one. Trenton Trickey, watch it right here. He steps out and then takes a pop right there. Well, listen, I don't think that was malicious. But, I mean, what do you do there? You know, you're a defender, and you're not exactly maybe spatially aware of the fact that the guy did step out of bounds. I don't think he tried to do anything malicious, like I said. Here's the ball inside the 20-yard line, and Hunter Kraus getting his opportunity to run the football for a first time today, and Hunter loses 3 on the play. That pushes the ball back outside the 20. The ball at the 21-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Second down at 13 with 10:19 remaining in regulation. Let's find out. Let's find out how you're going to win Cardinal tickets right after this. Okay, go on to our YouTube chat, as you see the completed pass right there. Samuel James will haul that one in, and he'll get 8 yards on the play. Second catch of the game for Sam, and again, good for 8 yards. Third down and 5, straight ahead for the Yellow Jacket offense. 9:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. All right, go to our YouTube chat, YouTube live broadcast chat there, and if you will just tell us the name of your favorite all-time Arizona Cardinals quarterback. You got that QB1 guy right now, Tyler, or is it Kyler? Kyler Murray, that's right. Kyler Murray getting a lot of early season attention for the Arizona Cardinals. He didn't play so well last time out, but he's turned in a couple of good performances. Who is your all-time favorite Arizona Cardinals quarterback? Go to our YouTube chat and start letting us know. Somebody said Kurt Warner. Already got an answer there, Kurt Warner. We're going to give away tickets to the Cardinals, and the way you win those tickets is you see a quarterback sack. 3 of those defenders for Safford getting in on the play. Boy, I tell you, let's see, Xavier Owens is, I think, how they want to pronounce that, and Bryce Harsh. And that number 62, young man there for Safford. We don't have a name of that. Somebody said Jake the Snake. A couple of Jake Plummer answers. Another Kurt Warner. Another Jake Plummer. I mean, who did not love Jake Plummer? Right? 13 yards lost on that last play by Luke Berlin and the offense. Blue Ridge working on 4th and very long wraparound draw. This is going to be Hunter Kraus escaping the defenders, racing left side, and Kraus is going to gain. Yeah, not bad. How about 14 yards on the rushing attempt for Hunter? Unfortunately, on downs, the Yellow Jackets will give the ball up. And with 8 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, the football goes back over to the Safford Bulldogs, and they'll take over at their own. Looks like 16-yard line. So change of possession right there. And we'll go under 7 minutes now on the clock here in this fourth quarter. Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Everybody, let us know your favorite Arizona Cardinals quarterback. Let us know on the Sports Zone's YouTube live chat so we know you're there. And somebody will draw somebody's name. There's no wrong answer. If you say John Skelton, that could be a wrong answer. 5-yard carry right there. Didn't see who got the carry for the team. For the Bulldogs. Now under 7 minutes remaining here in regulation. You're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. There's a huge pile up and a 7-yard gain the right direction for the Bulldogs. Fighting hard out there, still fighting to the final gun. That is Jarrett Hirado on the carry. and move the chains for Safford. Who's your favorite Arizona Cardinals quarterback of all time? Who do you favor out there? Let's see. Somebody said Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy gets a positive response there. Somebody called Cedric Colt McCoy. Interesting. Ball gets loose. Safford scoops it up. Gerardo running for his life out there after the fumble. And he ends up losing 3 yards on the play. Let's see. Colt McCoy got an answer. Another Kurt Warner. Somebody said you could make a case for Max Hall. You could make a case for Max Hall. No, sir. No, you can't. Hey, Max Hall is coaching, isn't he, down there, one of the ALA schools? Or he was, anyway. Second down and 13 now for the Bulldogs. 5:24 remaining in regulation. We'll announce the Sports Zone's player of the game coming up. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. This pass incomplete. Skips in incomplete, stops the clock. 5:16 remaining. Sports Zone player of the game. Let's see. I think Carlo Harris gets strong consideration. And this one, Luke Berlin as well. Consideration for him. I think Carter Mcgowan is a guy that you could say, hey, man, this guy showed up today for the Yellow Jackets. We'll look at third down and 13 right now for the Bulldogs. Gerardo cuts it back, slices through that defense for a nice gain, and he's going to get about 8 on the play. Gerardo running hard out there. But we are closing in on the final few minutes of this one. Go to our Sports Zone YouTube live chat and let us know. Somebody says ALA Queen Creek. That's where Max Hall is coaching these days. Somebody voting for Dodger Hawkins as the Sports Zone's player of the game. Votes for Kurt Warner out there. From some folks. Fourth down and 5. Safford going. Trying. And come up short. 3-yard gain on the play. 3-yard gain is all they're going to manage there, and they're going to turn the ball back over to the Yellow Jackets. Tegan Baldwin, the guy that got the carry right there. Let's grab a timeout, everybody. The Yellow Jackets taking over here. We'll be back in a moment. Word in from Hatch Toyota, the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
For a limited time at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. Push, pull, or drag it in, even if it doesn't run. If it has groundhogs living in a glove box, your old car is worth a minimum of $2,500 at your Cash for Clunkers headquarters. Hatch Toyota is guaranteeing you a minimum of $2,500 on your trade-in, running or not, towards the purchase of any new Toyota. If you can get a minimum of $2,500 for a wreck held together with duct tape and bubblegum, imagine what Hatch Toyota can offer you for a trade-in in great condition. Now's the time to move up. Move up to lower payments. Move up to better gas mileage. Move up to something you've always wanted in your driveway. Hatch Toyota, your Cash for Clunkers headquarters in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1, and you have my word on it. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
Unapproved credit plus tax and license and $5.89 documentation fee. List to 10 HP. Must have a clean title. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Big thank you to Hatch Toyota, presenting sponsors of the Game of the Week broadcast here at the Sports Zone, part of the Friday Night Football Show. And we got now 3:42 remaining in regulation. 35-0 Blue Ridge over Safford. The Yellow Jackets have not scored in the second half. They are going to bring on backup quarterback who will immediately get taken down. Never really taken down, but he did lose yardage. The new quarterback to finish out the game for the Jackets is Waylon Peters. Waylon Peters is a sophomore. And Peters loses a yard on the play. Maybe we'll also let you vote as you're voting on who your all-time favorite Arizona Cardinals quarterback was. Any votes for Jim Hart, Neil Lomax, any of these old school guys? Anybody out there? Jake Plummer about as old school as I've seen so far on that. And carry up the middle for the Yellow Jackets, Jesse Campos. Gains 3 yards. 3 yards on the play for the Jackets. Clock still winding down. I have a Colt McCoy story. It's not really a Colt McCoy story. It's as much as it is a trip to San Francisco story. A couple of years ago, I went and watch the Cardinals play in San Francisco, and that is an amazing, Levi Stadium is an amazing place. If you ever get a chance, go to a football game there, go there. It is wonderful. It's awesome. The 49ers have a great home. Colt McCoy was the quarterback that day for the Cardinals, and they put a beat down on San Francisco. I don't remember the final score, but McCoy had a great game, and the Cardinals, against an outstanding 49ers team, had a great game. So if you get a chance, why not go check a game out in the San Francisco area? It's actually in San Jose is where they play, or near Palo Alto somewhere. Let's see, no gain on that last play. 4th down coming up for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to let the clock tick down as much as possible. We've got 93 now, 93 seconds remaining in regulation. They stopped it. Now they started again. Under 90 seconds. And the Yellow Jackets spend a timeout. We'll grab one as well. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
How about the little punt there for the Yellow Jackets? It did go out of bounds. Did they get the coffin corner? No, that went into the end zone. That's a touchback. So the Yellow Jackets opt to give it up. Do we need to take one more timeout? Let's grab one right now, okay, on the change of possession. Back in a moment, everybody. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beam & Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam & Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam & Drilling.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Well, you saw that on your screen. The Yellow Jackets register an interception. It was Brecken Sarche for the Yellow Jackets who hauled it in. Met Brecken's father, Greg, before the game. Nice guy. That's all I know about it. Ball at the 14-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Travis Trickey, your son, is a pretty good baller out there, man. That dude can play. Yeah. Does he want to play next level? Does he want to play some college football? He can play, man. He can play. You know this. You know. You played yourself. He can play in at a lot of levels. I mean, I think at least Division II. put a few pounds on, and, sky could be the limit for that guy. There he is, Trenton Trickey. I'm having it. Our listeners can't hear, but I'm talking to Travis Trickey, who is the father of Trenton Trickey right there, who is a tremendous high school football player, a junior for the Yellow Jackets. Had a great game today. I don't know, he might be our Sports Zone player of the game. Played really well today. Final seconds tick off. Under 20 seconds, they'll go shake hands. And Blue Ridge gets a homecoming win. They didn't score in the second half, didn't need to score in that second half after a 35-0 halftime lead. And I would say classy way to play out that second half of football by Coach Eric Halmerson, his staff, and his team, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Who am I looking at? Am I looking at Robert Saint? Is that Robert Saint right there? I think it is. R.J. Tate in the crowd. Somebody in the crowd waving to me, but somebody else thought they were waving to him, and I don't know. Who's he waving to? Halfway across the stadium getting a wave. The Yellow Jackets register the victory, everybody. And they are now 6-0. 6-0. The Yellow Jackets are undefeated, everybody. They have yet to play a game in the 3A East region, which is led right now by both Payson and Round Valley. They're both 1-0. Congratulations to them both. That's going to set up a couple of great games coming up. In the next 2 weeks, Payson, who I think is going to win tonight, and they would be 5-1 if they beat Chino Valley. Payson is going to host, in back-to-back weeks, they are going to host Round Valley and Blue Ridge the next 2 weeks. We're going to find out what this 3A East region is all about the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you, big stuff. The Yellow Jackets still, as I believe, the odds-on favorite to win the East. I think they are. I know that Round Valley, and there's probably some Round Valley people listening right now to the radio, guys. I know you feel differently, and I was impressed with the Elks last night in their victory over Sholo. So they're right there in the thick, maybe repeating. Will they repeat as region champions? I know they feel like they have everything they need to do it. Payson feels good about their team. That team right there, the Yellow Jackets, if they stay healthy, I think they're as good as anybody in the East. And we have picked them to win the East. But there's a lot of football left to be played in the second half of the season. We're going to grab a timeout. The postgame wrap-up is on the way. We'll announce our player of the game and get to look at stats and a whole lot more in our postgame. Stand by for it, everybody. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
All right, ladies, buckle up. First drive in my new 2024 Toyota RAV4 from Hatch Toyota.
Very cool ride. It has those awesome safety features and a huge touchscreen. Look at all this room. Perfect for taking my kids and their friends to practice.
I know, right? Plus, the payments are only $359 a month. It's such a great deal.
Did you trade in your old car or what?
I did. I got $2,500 for it during Hatch Toyota's Push, Pull, or Drag event.
$2,500 and a new RAV4 for $359 a month? Sweet deal.
Ready for a new ride? Visit Hatch Toyota's Push, Pull, or Drag event. Get a guaranteed minimum of $2,500 for your trade, no matter its condition. Drive away in a 2024 Toyota RAV4 with payments starting at just $359 a month. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com. On approved credit plus tax, title, license, $599 documentation, and $210 fees. Must have a clean title. Lease for 36 months with $29.99 to its signing. Cannot be combined with other offers.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
5, 3, 6, 5, 9, 7, 2, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Hey, welcome back in, everybody. Welcome back into our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's in the books now, and on this beautiful fall night in Lakeside at Paul Moro Stadium, the Yellow Jackets get a homecoming win over the Safford Bulldogs. Our final tonight, 35 donuts, 35 zip. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets have defeated the Safford Bulldogs. We thank you for joining us on this one, everybody. Well, how did Blue Ridge get it done? They got it done with some very good first-half offense efficiency. Yellow Jackets scored touchdowns on all four of their first four possessions of the game, and then added a defensive touchdown to complete the scoring in the first half. Things looked like this. The Yellow Jackets got the ball first in the game. They won the coin toss and opted to take the ball first and go on offense. And they were rewarded with a 7-play, 70-yard scoring drive. Luke Berlin connected with Trenton Trickey. A 20-yard touchdown pass to start the scoring. The kick was good, and Blue Ridge led 7-0. That came with 8:53 on the clock in the first quarter. After a Safford 3-and-out, the Yellow Jackets took over at their own 27 and marched on a 73-yard, 10-play scoring drive. And with 2:57 on the clock in the first quarter, Carlo Harris scored the first of his two touchdowns today, a 4-yard rushing touchdown. The kick was good. Blue Ridge, a 14-0 lead right there. Carlo would go on to rush for 109 yards in the game today, and that rushing touchdown that we just detailed for you. The next time the Yellow Jackets got it, it was a 5-play, 55-yard scoring drive. And the score came with 10:59 on the clock in the second quarter. Luke Berlin connected with Brecken Sarche, a 14-yard touchdown on that pass. The kick was good. Blue Ridge 21-0 at that point. And then after getting the ball back moments later, the Yellow Jackets would complete an 8-play scoring drive that covered 3 minutes and 25 seconds of clock. And with just a bit over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, the offense would complete their scoring tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Carter Mcgowan, this time a 9-yard touchdown run for the Jackets. The kick was good. Blue Ridge, a 28-0 lead, and just when you thought it might end like that, maybe Safford, with possession of the ball in the final seconds, might be able to come up with something and cut this to a 3-touchdown difference. It was not to be, because the Yellow Jackets applied pressure. Jared Cox was able to punch the ball out of the hands of the quarterback, Nathaniel Rodriguez, and the ball somehow went right into the hands of Carlo Harris. It was a strip sack fumble recovery by Carlo Harris, who outraced that Safford offense to the end zone. Harris with a 65-yard scoop and score fumble recovery touchdown. Did it all make sense to you? I used every way of describing it right there for you. And it was Carlos' second touchdown, and this one a defensive touchdown. And he took it 65 yards. The kick was good, and Blue Ridge went into halftime with a 35-0 lead, and that's how everything ended. Scoring in this one, a Blue Ridge homecoming victory. Looks like we're ready to go down on the field, and I just need to see who we're going to talk to first. Okay, I can see that number. Just be careful where you're at. You might, Mr. Camera Guy, you might very well block your line of sight to the microphone. But let's get into our postgame. Hey, welcome in everybody. Here, a 35-0 homecoming victory for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets on this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. My name is Floyd Simmons, and one of our Sports Zone players of the game, brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, is set to join us down on the field. And a guy that has come in, transferred into Blue Ridge, and is filling in nicely where they need him up front on the line. And there he is right there, the former Show Low Cougar, now a Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket, and he joins us. His name is Dodger Hawkins. Dodger, congratulations on the win today.
Thank you.
Well, Dodger, this team needed some help on the line, and you came along at just the right time, and seems like you're fitting in nicely out there, and you turned in a great game for this team. Congratulations on the effort. Tell me about wearing the purple and gold and the victory tonight at homecoming.
It feels good. I think we work hard. We put in the work that all needs to be done, and I feel good here. I feel welcome. They welcome me in, and I love every single one of them.
You never would have guessed you'd find yourself wearing the purple and gold, did you?
No, sir.
In all those many years. But I'll tell you, it doesn't look bad on you at all right there. Tell me about this game tonight, the competition. You know, Safford is always very physical, and from your standpoint in the trenches, we saw a lot of plays that ended up scrums. I mean, 10, 12 guys all just mashed in together, the ball moving up and down the field. What was it like in the trenches for you tonight?
Very mean. They were mean. We knew we had to come in and stop the run. That was our one thing. We knew we had to stop the run just like last week, stopping the run against Maruti. We knew we had to do it again, and we came in knowing that. So I think that's what helped.
You guys certainly did. I'm looking at the stat sheet here, which I think is pretty accurate. Their longest gains running the ball from scrimmage, they had 2 gains of 8 yards and 2 gains of 7 yards. That's it. You guys really put the clamps down on them, and they didn't throw the ball that well either today. I mean, your overall defense, the Blue Ridge defense, you might have held them to right around 100 or a little less than 100 yards of total offense. How proud are you of the effort that your teammates gave tonight?
I'm proud of my boys. Like I said, they're my brothers. I love them, and I came in knowing I was going to have to love them, and we're by each other, and I love them. And they came out and played with their hearts out. We knew we had to come out and play. Everyone was predicting us to lose this week because it's homecoming, big week, too much pressure, but we proved that we will not lose.
I mean, the guys were focused up right from the get-go, weren't they?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dodger, before I let you go, 2 more questions. One of those is this. Your presence out there is much needed for this team, a team that lost Jose Bastillos in the offseason and needed a big body to get in there in the trenches and help bolster both the offense and defensive lines. So they have absolutely needed you, and so now the team, in no small part with your help, is off to a 6-0 start. Tell me about how exciting that is for the team. It's been a long time since Blue Ridge has won their first 6 games in a season. Is there a special feeling to it for the team?
Oh yeah, it's a good feeling. Since 2014, that's a long time. We work hard, we come work hard every day, and that's what happens when you work hard.
All right, Dodger, I got one last question,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's a very important one, and it has to do with your first name.
Yes, sir.
Dodger.
Yes, sir.
Are you a fan of the Dodgers, the
Of
LA
course,
Dodgers?
Of course.
You love the Dodgers, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Your parents, they're big Dodger fans, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
They got it down, dude. And I don't know if you know about me, but I am as true blue and diehard Dodger fan as they get.
Good.
All right, so we're
choice.
You and I, we're brothers here, brothers in arms. Okay.
Yeah, good choice.
Now let's go Dodgers.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, and
Thank
Dodger
you.
Hawkins, great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there's Dodger Hawkins, one of these linemen for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, and he is the Sports Zone's, one of the Sports Zone's co-players of the game in this one, with his work turned in the trenches, and the Yellow Jackets' victory on homecoming over Safford, 35-0. The final score. The Sports Zone Player of the Game is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and our Game of the Week is brought to you by Hatch Toyota. All right, as we do in our post game, we're shooting video here. Everybody, we are getting what we would call getting sound for our post game highlights packages, and we've got another one of our players of the game set to join us out there. Let's get into that. The Yellow Jackets get a home win tonight, a homecoming home win over the Safford Bulldogs on a night that saw the Yellow Jackets celebrate state champions from 1974, 50 years ago, also 30 years ago in 1994, and then another championship 20 years ago in 2004. Those were all celebrated tonight on homecoming for the Yellow Jackets, but more importantly, they get their 6th win of the season, undefeated, 6-0 for the Jackets as they take down Safford 35-0. And we bring in our Sports Zone Player of the Game, co-player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and there is the man of the moment. Trenton Trickey joins us now after turning in a great game for this Yellow Jacket squad. Trenton, congratulations on the team's win.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, Trenton, you did it, man. You contributed big time. 3 catches. That doesn't sound like a big number, but, they were 3 consequential catches by you. First of all, a 20-yard touchdown to start it. Then another 32-yard catch, and all in all for you, 64 yards receiving, that receiving touchdown. But we called your name a lot, and we saw you flying around out there on defense. You played a great game defensively. Tell me about the team's win for you and for your team, and just how good this defense played tonight for Blue Ridge.
Well, it's homecoming week, and we all had to stay serious and just kind of cancel out all the noise, It's a big game. Safford's a good team. We watched film on them, and everyone played well. I want to shout out my linebackers, my D-line. You have Sites and Dodger up there. You have our linebackers. You got Noah, Hunter, Carlo. Daniel's been playing great for us this season. Called our name for Carter with Brax being hurt. And Sam played an exceptional game, and same with Brecken.
Hey, man, you guys are playing great football. 6-0 is nothing to scoff at. I mean, you got to be proud of getting that start to a season. And I want to ask you if you agree with me on something. Of course, I saw this team a lot last year when my son played on the team with you, and I get to see you a lot this year as well. But I think the building blocks of what we're seeing right now, this is kind of the manifestation of something that took place before the season last year, which was mountain camp. And I heard a lot of reports about last year's mountain camp and how tough and how grueling it was and how mentally hard that was. And to me, that was a big part of why your team did so well last year, and I think overachieved. I think you won at least 3 games you shouldn't have won last year, but it was sheer heart, will, and effort that led to those wins. How much did that contribute to what we're seeing today out there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was probably one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life, and I'm happy I can say I went through it. But I think a lot of us from boys coming up into high school, and a lot of men, and have the heart to go through these games and through the tough times we're able to push through now. And
now you guys are building on that and doing a great job with that. Tell me about what it's like playing with this new coaching staff, because Eric Halmerson is so committed to Blue Ridge. He just bleeds the purple and gold. But your offensive coordinator, Alex Stebbins, as well, and the rest of that staff. What a great staff you guys have.
Yes, sir. They're amazing. They help us every possible way they can. And throughout the season, they're always pushing us to our best capabilities. And even during the game, they're always trying to help us out. And I respect them a lot, and I'm glad I can learn from them.
You guys can't afford to lose too many people, to face too many injuries, and now you got a big one. You lost to fellow safety back there in the secondary. You lost Brax Clough last week, and he is gone for the season. What are you guys doing to make up for the loss of Brax?
Well, yeah, Brax did a great job while he was here, and I'm glad he came down. It's amazing. But we just got to kind of push through it, That's part of the thing. Like mountain camp, you got to keep going no matter what. And Carter did a great job stepping up tonight, and we and him hanged out throughout this week, talked about watching film, and he did a great job.
Well, you've got Fountain Hills next up, your first 3A East Region game to be played this year. That's coming up on October 4th, and then after that you get a bye week, which you'll need to be prepared for what I think is going to be a very tough and outstanding Payson team. A lot of tough games down the stretch. What's the potential of the Yellow Jackets this year? What do you think you guys can accomplish?
I know we can accomplish great things this year, and I think we can just keep building up every single week as we've been doing this season so far. And I don't even think we're even close to our max yet. We got a long ways to go, and there's a lot of things we can do better at.
A lot of gas left in the tank, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, Trenton. Great job tonight. Congratulations on the win. Great to see you as always, and we wish you the best as you get ready for Fountain Hills next week. Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Congratulations, Trenton Trickey, right there. Outstanding defensive back and receiver for this Yellow Jackets football club, and he turned in a good one tonight. He is the Sports Zone Player of the Game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. On our live screen there, everybody got to see that touchdown catch that Trenton had early on in the game in this one. I want to thank Eric Halmerson, the head coach, for freeing up the players to come and talk to us. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see Coach Halmerson. He likes to dodge the microphone as much as he can, but if we get a chance, we'll talk to the coach here in a little bit. Meanwhile, we'll Return in a moment, look at some stats, and wrap things up on our postgame broadcast. By the way, the last report we got, the Snowflake Lobos had pulled ahead of Gilbert, and they had a one-touchdown lead when we last got a report from Snowflake High School. We'll find out how the Lobos are doing in a big, big game. Homecoming for the Lobos, and a big game for them tonight against the Gilbert Tigers. How will they fare? Let's see. Last night it was Round Valley, a victory over Show Low in a 3A East region tilt, and we're going to, in a little bit, we're going to bring you on with the Ace Hardware Scoreboard show, the coaches call. We'll do all that a little later on. You'll get all those scores and highlights coming up in a bit. Grab a timeout, and we'll continue with our postgame wrap-up in a moment. Blue Ridge 35, Safford 0, the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
You know that excited feeling you get after you buy a car? You'll walk around it 5 or 6 times checking it out. You send selfies to your friends. You grab your family, friends, and coworkers the next day to see your new car purchase. Did you feel that happy when you were going in to buy it? Hatch Toyota's thinking is that you should be just as happy before you buy it as you are after. We start by not doing something. We do not have commissioned sales reps. At Hatch Toyota, we believe in non-commissioned product specialists. They're salaried, so they have no reason to pressure you to do anything. They understand that a great customer experience will lead you to telling your friends and your family about your experience. So when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Their task is to help you find the best vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Hatch Toyota Product Specialists, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Or shop online all the time at hatchtoyota.com.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
We are back in, everybody, to Blue Ridge High School, Paul Moro Stadium. That's the home of the Yellow Jackets, and after tonight, well, they have been taking care of business at home and on the road. Now 6-0, the Yellow Jackets with a 35-0 win over Safford. And we continue our postgame wrap-up, and in a little while, it's the Ace Hardware Scoreboard show, the show the coaches call, the Scores and Highlights show. That's coming up in a little bit, everybody. We did ask you earlier to let us know who you think is the who's your favorite all-time Arizona Cardinals quarterback, just by answering that question on our YouTube live chat. You can win tickets to watch the Arizona Cardinals play some football on Sunday. They're going to take on the Washington Commanders, and we'll make that announcement. Well, just a little bit, and in just a little bit, everybody. Okay, so you got that. Look at some numbers for you, some stats here in this one tonight. I had mentioned earlier that Carlo Harris carried the ball 22 times for 109 yards today and a touchdown. He also scored on a scoop and score, fumble recovery touchdown as well. So a couple of touchdowns today for Harris. And that complements the 109 yards rushing for the young man today. The quarterback, Luke Berlin, completed 13 of 18 in the game for 192 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception today for Luke Berlin. Our Sports Zone player of the game, which is presented to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, was Trenton Trickey. He led the team in receiving, 64 yards receiving on 3 catches, and one of those a 20-yard touchdown reception for Trenton. Also want to mention Noah Chi, because he doesn't often show up the way he did today, 3 catches on that offense. But it was good to see him out there with the runs after catch, the punishing finishes to those runs, and a 36-yard receiving night for Noah Chi on those 3 pass receptions. Want to mention something about the defensive performance of the Yellow Jackets tonight. Our stats tonight, because I kept them myself, our stats tonight were a little bit sketchy. I think they're pretty accurate. I think they're within just a few yards of being completely accurate. And by that, I mean just a handful. I mean, maybe less than the number of digits on your one hand there. But the Yellow Jacket defense held Nathaniel Rodriguez and the Safford throwing attack to less than or right at 30 yards in the game. I've got just 29 yards, exactly 30 yards, exactly 30 yards passing for Safford in this one on a total of 4 completions, 4 out of 11 through the air for Safford. Speaks to the pressure being applied by the defensive front. Speaks to the coverage that the Yellow Jackets had in their defensive backfield, right? So you had the 4 pass completions, 30 yards in total passing yardage today for the Bulldogs, and running the football just under 30 yards rushing the ball. So total offense did not exceed 60 yards today for the Bulldogs. They did not get on the board, as you know, a 35-0 final score. All of that speaks to a well-rounded, balanced, and total victory for the Yellow Jackets, 35-0. All of that was scored in the first half by Blue Ridge as they win on homecoming here at Paul Moro Stadium. The Ace Hardware Scoreboard show is just a few minutes away. We let you know that we will cover the Show Low Cougars hosting Thatcher next Friday night. Show Low hosting Thatcher. We'll have that broadcast for you as our next Sports Zone game of the week. That'll be a week from tonight. We've got updates on scores being played right now. We'll let you know how that's all going, or scores of games that may have just completed. The Ace Hardware Scoreboard show is part of the Friday Night Football show, and that's on the way in a few moments. You'll hear some music on our station, Mix 98, and that's just to give us enough time to get everything settled in, get our equipment all situated and arranged, and we'll kick off the Scoreboard show in a few moments on radio. If you want to listen on radio and you're out of market, or you don't have a radio handy nearby, maybe you're indoors and you don't have an FM radio in the house, here's how you can listen. You can listen on your mobile device. You can listen on a computer. If you go to our website, 985krfm.com, hit the Listen Live link, and you can listen to the Scoreboard show there, okay? So that's 985krfm.com. Thank you to everybody that participated and gave us your favorite quarterback. Somebody said Josh Dobbs. Somebody else said Carson Palmer. And those are some, well, especially Carson Palmer, he's got to be one of your all-time favorite Cardinal quarterbacks, right? Got just a moment left here as we get ready to go dark on the broadcast. And let us know who your favorite Cardinal quarterback of all time happened to be, and somebody will win tickets. We'll draw somebody's name just for answering that question. Somebody will win tickets to the Cardinals Commanders game this coming Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Well, we hope you enjoyed everything tonight, our broadcast coverage. Great job by our team. Our team is second to none, led by our producer, Derek Simmons. Our technical director tonight, that was Big Joe Matthews, Joe Mama, working our switcher tonight, giving you those camera looks and the replays, all that work. Great job, Joe Matthews. On camera tonight, Big Sean Ulvestad. And that's it, man. I tell you, skeleton crew tonight, and they did a wonderful job. For the entire crew, I am Floyd Simmons, thanking the athletic director here. That's Dustin Clough and the entire athletic department for the hospitality. Big thank you to, as well, I want to say thank you to Eric Cox. And I mentioned that because Eric Cox's mother treated us the Zia, I believe it's pronounced Zia, Z-I-A, Zia Mountain Treats. We got some great food tonight. We got some great popcorn as well. The caramel corn was outstanding. Want to say thank you. So look for them. Look for Zia Mountain Treats when you're out there, and show them some patronage and enjoy the great. That was top of the line caramel corn tonight that we got to enjoy at the game. So I want to say thank you to them. Thank you to all those who made it possible tonight. And we'll see you again a week from tonight, everybody. Until next time, Floyd Simmons saying God bless you. Thank you for being with us. And we'll see you on the next broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Good night from Blue Ridge.